They used to bully him, call him names, laugh at his clothes, and mock his dreams. He was just a quiet black boy from the poor side of town, walking through school hallways with his head down, silently carrying pain no one cared to see. His name was Jalen. He wasn't loud, wasn't popular, and certainly wasn't the kind of boy anyone imagined leading a town. At school, the other kids would throw paper at him, trip him in the halls, and whisper behind his back. Even teachers looked through him, never once asking how he felt or what he dreamed of. But deep inside, Jalen held on to one promise. He would grow, he would return, and he would rise. While others laughed, he listened. While others played, he studied. He found comfort in books, stories of leaders, dreamers, and fighters like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and Nelson Mandela. Those pages gave him purpose. He left town for college, worked night shifts to afford tuition, and studied political science with a fire inside him that never faded. Years later, when he returned, the town barely recognized him. He was taller, more confident, with eyes full of quiet strength. He stood for mayor, and again the whispers began. That bullied boy? Mayor? Impossible. But Jalen's message was powerful. He spoke not for power, but for the unheard voices, the ones still being ignored. Slowly, hearts changed. People who once mocked him now heard him. On election night, silence swept across the town. The votes were in. Jalen had won by a landslide. As he stepped onto the stage, the same crowd that once rejected him stood in disbelief. Former bullies stared with shame. Teachers lowered their eyes. Some clapped. Some cried. Some simply couldn't believe it was him. And just when people thought they'd seen the final twist, Jalen did something no one expected. He hired one of his old bullies, now jobless and struggling, as part of his new administration, proving his leadership wasn't about revenge but about redemption. Jalen smiled and said, "This isn't my victory alone. It belongs to every kid who was told they're not enough. So if you ever feel like giving up, remember his story. Because the same people who laugh at your pain today might be the ones clapping for you tomorrow." If this story touched your heart, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us bring more powerful stories like this to life.